Oh, welcome back. Got a cup of tea and whatever. Anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to do this blood on the floors. So we've got the Vallejo Model Black. Well, it's a black red from Vallejo to be exact. We don't need a lot of this. We could thin this. I'm not going to, as I said in previous videos. We're just going to put this on the ends of the fingers. Basically, sort of like that. We don't want a load of it. It's basically to simulate dried blood underneath. Like all the blood that's been on the hand, that's all. That's all this is for. We do want to leave some of the buff colour. We don't. It doesn't have to be, you know, precise. Again, it's very hard to get an angle when I'm painting because I can't see what the camera is seeing, so it's a bit potluck sometimes what I actually end up with, which is odd to say, but true. Anyway, we're going to do this on all of these claws. It does look better. You could try and beneath if you want, but it's not really going to be required. I mean, blood would really splatter, but we're not going for the splattered effect here. Just an uneven texture on the ends of these claws. In various spots here and there. Just it's basically just to give the effect of a dried blood, you know, blood that's been on here longer than a fresh blood sort of thing. That's all. That's all. It says the basis of this is. So we just end up with a very small amount of red on the end of these halves. We've got these little nails around this side, we've just got to put a little bit on the ends of them. We're not bothered about getting it on the finger, although in real life it would be on the finger, but yeah, we're not going for that effect. At all. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you go and cover the whole nail if you want, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We may do these bits of the finger that are inside as well. Bits of the nail, should I say. Just try and get these bits of nail if we can. And yeah, that's all for that colour. So we're done with the black red. We won't be using that again for this figure. We could use the crimson gore here, which is a bit lighter. We use this on the mouth, if you remember. Or we could use a flat red. Or we could use anything else. Or we could not use this at all. You don't need to do this. But I am going to do it. I don't normally do this, but I just normally, you know, if it's going on eBay, I just normally just do what I've just done. Obviously it's a commission, I would go to more detail, but this is not a commission. We're just going on the very tips this time, not leaving some of the dark red there obviously. Just so it's a bit lighter towards the claw. I did go up there, but that's mainly because I felt like it. But again, uneven. Just all the little claws. Leaving some of the dark red. You don't have to cover every spot. It's not vital. It's really just to give an effect to what we're going to put on last for this blood effect. But you can't see this bit, but I've got it turned upside down. I can't paint it from that angle. And again, on the nails, just the very tips of them. In fact, it's that bit of, on the tip, you can hardly see it. We know we did it, so that's all that matters. And if you really wanted to, you could go with a lighter red right on the very, 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 very tip. But I don't know. We may do. We'll do it on the bigger class. We'll see. This is a scarlet red from Vallejo, model colour. Hope you can see that. We're just going to do this. Oh, I don't want that much. We're just going to do this on the very, 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 very pointy bit, like I recommended you do on those. So it's just dab, 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 get some of that off, dab, dab, and deep dab. And that's it there, orders. Or you could do it on the head if you really want to. So just a little teeniest of dabs. I did this colour in that high as well, on top of what I showed you earlier, which is why the eye. I was going to say the eye looks a bit brighter, but it's hard to see on camera whether that eye looks brighter or not. So he's looking very nice with his lipstick on. So yeah. Right, our next stage would be to matte down that area on the whole figure, in fact. So I will airbrush that with a matte varnish, maybe a gloss varnish and a matte varnish, I don't know. And then we'll be able to put the final effect on the hands, which will finish off the blood for the nails, for what we're looking for at the moment anyway. So yeah, I'll varnish it and I'll come back when I've done that. Hi, and welcome back. We've applied the matte varnish. It's still not 100% dry, but it's dry enough to do what we want to do. The next stage to the blood, we're going to apply this, which is, I don't know if you can see what it is. It's a Tamiya Clear Red X27. It's not cheap stuff, but it does blood very well. It's sort of a transparent colour, hence why you need it to go over a painted surface. The reason we did the matte now is this really needs to be the last thing that you're applying, because if you matte varnish over this, it will go matte. And the idea of the stuff is that we want the shininess that this stuff provides. As you can see, it's very shiny and it dries pretty shiny. You can put this on pretty thick because it is a bit opaque. It's not totally opaque, but it's a bit opaque. And the reason for the paints were that where this goes on, I mean, if you really wanted to make it look super duper gory, you could bring the blood down onto the body, which I have done on some commission jobs I've had, but we're not necessarily going to do that with this one. You see, again, we're just going to put it, you see where it hits. You don't have to be too neat with this, because if you rip somebody's face off, I imagine neatness wouldn't be your primary concern. And this will dry. You can actually goop this with a Yoo-hoo glue, which would give you like a dripping effect. But if it's something you're going to play with regularly, I wouldn't recommend doing that, because eventually you're going to actually rip that off. It's just the way it is. it will rip off. Because although it dries, it stays like, I don't know, soft, flexible-ish. And if you was going to put it in a cabinet and you're not playing with it, it would give you a great effect. But if you're going to play and handle it regularly, you know, like in a game situation, you're just going to eventually wreck that effect anyway, so you would have wasted your time. But you can do it. I have done it for people who just wanted a display figure, not, you know, they didn't want to play games with it, they just wanted to put it in a cabinet, and it was just something they liked. So I have done that goopy, dripping blood effect, and you can do it with this. So if you mix it with UV glue, and then you sort of apply it, and then you drag it down. I mean, if you can fix it to something else, it's perfect. But you can drop it down, and then, you know, try and cut it off and let it dry until an effect. See, it gives like a shiny effect. Well, you'll probably see it better when it's dry. As I say, you can bring this blood down here, you know, as if some of it's gooped down him. Because he's not a tidy chap. Oh yeah. So we'll put a bit on. We're not going mad. We'll just give the sort of effect that some blood has run down that bit. That would be enough for this one, I think. You can go further than that, obviously. You can go as gory as you like. But yeah, you can put this on pretty thick if you want. The thicker you put it on, the more like clumpy effect it will give you. Like clotted blood. The reason for the dark red and the light red, like I say, is because this is vaguely transparent. The dark red stays dark, and the blood gives it more of a darkness to some of the blood effect you've got. That's really all it does. And it just has like a blood effect, and it will stay wet looking. You know, pretty wet looking, as if you just slashed somebody's body in or something like that. It will stay pretty goopy, and it will give you that wet effect. Yeah, that's all you need to do for the blood. You know, you can add as much or as little as you like. You can make it as messy as you want. But yeah, that's basically how we're doing the blood on this figure. Because that will stay shiny. You can get that effect with a glass varnish and painting, but to be fair, this gives a pretty good effect. And, well, the painting is not bad. This is a lot easier. It's not cheap stuff, but you don't use a lot of it. I mean, I've had this bottle of probably 4 or 5 years. You don't use it on everything, so it lasts a long time. And yeah, it's pretty good value for money, really. And you know, on the whole, and it works well. I've never. You see, I have forgot something. I want to goop that. I want to put some on there as well, don't I? The broken tusk on the other side. I want to put some of it in here as well. As if it's just been snapped off. Yeah, so there we go. That's basically what that is. And it is an acrylic, so it will wash off with water. You don't need special thinners or anything like that to clean your brushes. It's just an acrylic based paint. I don't know how much it is now. I think that one, actually I can't even remember. But it's not cheap. Sometimes it's hard to get hold of. But it is very good for doing wet blood effects. Yeah. So, I mean, to be honest, unless you want to put a dot of white on his eye, you can always find something to do, but we're going to call that an eBay job done. We're just going to do his base, and he'll be done, because I can do the base and matte varnish the base without having to worry about coming anywhere near this stuff. So, yep, that'll do for now, and the next stage will be the base, and then we'll be moving on to our next figure. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something. Bye.